Statele Unite. Haideți să vedem a doua parte a interviului pe care l-am făcut cu Rebekah Koffler, fost ofițer de informații pe relația, pe zona Rusia-Ucraina pentru Agenția de Informații pentru Apărare a Statelor Unite și care a scris și o carte, planul lui Putin, de fapt manualul lui Putin, planul secret al Rusiei de a învinge America. A doua parte care se referă fix la cum va evolua acest război, dar și la oamenii din cercul lui Putin care l-ar putea trăda sau nu, și imediat vedem cum se văd lucrurile din această nouă perspectivă. What do you think is Putin's mindset? You talked about Putin's mindset being very important in this matter right now. You also studied the autobiographies that he approved and that were published. So you are studying this man for over 20 years since he became in power. What do you think is his mindset right now? And I don't know, maybe if the war in Ukraine is not going the way he wished it was going, will he retreat or will he feel cornered and try something more drastic?
So Putin's mindset has been shaped by many things, but there are three things that are extremely important. One is the collapse of the Soviet Union and his family's experience in what the Russians call Great Patriotic War, World War II, effectively. So the survivability of that war and this Putin's mother nearly died during the siege of Stalingrad. Two of his infant brothers died from hunger and from other causes, right? During the collapse of the Soviet Union, or basically right before that, during the collapse of the Berlin Wall, when Putin was stationed in Dresden as an intelligence officer, he was faced with a mob of East Germans who were approaching the MGB, which was the security building where, the Ministry of Security rather, where he was stationed. And Putin could not get Moscow on the line for backup. He was furiously trying to burn all classified information. The main fear was that the East Germans were going to take over the positions and present a physical threat to Putin and his team. And so from that point on, Putin vowed never to be weak and to always fight. And there's one more experience that shaped his mindset is when he was little, he was chasing rats because he had to go up a flight of stairs to get to his apartment. He lived in horrible, conditions, as many of us did. I grew up, I don't know if you know this from my biography, I grew up in the Soviet Union as well. So he noticed that when the cornered the rat, instead of running away, it started fighting back. And so he's applying these lessons today. Putin feels very cornered like that rat in his childhood because the war is not going well. And he's especially worried because he's been called a war criminal, which he is, right? But what that means is that he believes there's no off-ramp for him. He believes that he can't lose this fight because there's no future for him. He invested everything in this fight, his legacy, his Russian security, the way that they understand it, the Russian government. And so even if somehow there's a settlement, which I believe there won't be, he is not going to be able to sleep, well. He's not going to be able to survive, not de-escalate. He's going to escalate to end the fight, but not de-escalate to lose the fight.
What do you think it will take for, you said that he will escalate to end the fight. In his mindset, how will this fight end, this war end? What does he want from Ukraine? What does Zelensky and the others should say yes, and this war to be over?
So here's what Putin wants, ideally. He wants, right now, for Zelensky to agree to the settlement, to accept Crimea as the Russian territory, and to also accept that the Donbass region is also Russian territory. Okay, so the Luhansk and the Donetsk, the so-called People's Republics. I also believe Putin is going to go after Odessa because it's a strategic region. Mm-hmm. So if Zelensky agreed to ceding this territory, the western part to Russia,
yes,
right? Then Putin would agree. Zelensky is not going to agree to that. So the second option is if Zelensky doesn't agree, Putin is going to continue this fight. It's going to be a long, protracted, grinding battle where Putin believes that he's going to prevail because the Ukrainian military is just overmatched by the Russian military, and Putin is better positioned to withstand and to continue this fight. And from the financial standpoint, he's getting support from China, other countries like Syria, Iran, OPEC-1 are on Putin's side. If he perceives that the US and NATO intervene, that's when the nuclear warfare is on the table for Putin.
I'm sure in your career as an intelligence officer and after that, you also studied the key people around Vladimir Putin and his circle of power. Sergei Lavrov, Sergei Shoigu, Valery Gerasimov. These are people who could, who could stop Putin. If they want to. Do you think they are totally heart and soul with Putin and and his actions, or they might betray him at some point?
I don't believe they will betray him because remember, this plan has been in the works for a long time. And Putin didn't exactly make it a secret, right? He has said exactly every single thing that he was going to do. He did that. And the plan was, Putin is not the one who developed the plan. The plan was developed on his orders. Valery Gerasimov is the thought leader behind the strategy of controlled instability. It started with Kosovo, right? The Russians have assessed that the United States is a high-risk actor. And therefore, a war between the United States and Russia is inevitable sooner or later. So Ukraine is just the first phase. So these people, so this is just a long way. I'm sorry, I'm taking a long time. I'm just trying to explain to you that it's a mistake when Western analysts somehow expect that somebody is going to remove Putin. All these people are in it.